Shalom, shalom. First off, foremost, I must give all honor, praises, glory, and respect to our Heavenly Father, His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Vayabashim Yahshai, forgive me, Spirit, through this lesson must give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for the mighty work that they do, and also a mighty shalom to the whole fellowship watching out there. Shalom. This brother and I come back to you with another quick lesson from GMS Camp Gary, Indiana. And, hopefully this is a very exhortating video to the flock, okay, to the people, to everybody, all right, because it's very important, extremely important, and that's integrity, okay. We have to show integrity, okay, especially being in this truth and serving Yahweh Shem Shai, because we only can serve Yahweh Shem Shai in truth and in spirit, okay, and that's the spirit of the Lord, okay, which is righteousness, all right. Can't be any other way. We can't be fake, okay, we can't be liars, we can't be deceivers, and then we'll be false prophets, okay, but we have to be good, upright, and honest, all right. If a situation comes across you, okay, because we're always going to be tested by Yahweh Shemel Shai, and if a situation comes across where you are being tested, and especially if you understand and realize that it is a test, you want to be able to pass, of course. So the Lord is just seeing how are you going to respond to the situation. Are you going to be honest? Are you going to show integrity? Okay. Or are you going to be deceptive? Or are you going to try to bypass? You're going to try to slither your way through? All right. Take a shortcut. Okay. Or are you going to do the right thing? Okay. We got to be like Spike Lee's movie, baby. We got to do the right thing. Okay. And that's at all times, and at all costs. Even if, hey, it may hinder you in a way, or, if you may get on quote unquote punishment or whatever the case may be, it's best to be truthful at all times. Okay, just tell the truth. Just tell the truth. Just be honest about it. I tell my son and my nephews all the time. Just be honest. You know what I'm saying? I tell everybody that. And I can't be a hypocrite, so I gotta be that way too, right? Or that's ridiculous. Telling somebody to be honest, but I ain't honest. That it don't work that way. Okay, we gotta practice what we preach. All right, and integrity and showing high integrity. That's, man, the Lord loves that. It's pleasing unto Him. Okay, and the word integrity, the definition, the meaning means the quality of being honest, okay, and having strong moral principles or values, okay, moral uprightness, all right, which is righteousness, okay, doing the right thing at all costs, all the time, you know, and it's not even that hard, you know. It makes you feel good, even if it may not go, situation may not go your way, or you may even get, like I said, some punishment or trouble. You still gonna feel good about yourself. Like, man, it sucks that it's happening, but you know what? Hey, at least I told the truth. At least I was honest about the situation. I didn't try to stir nothing wrong. I didn't try to, be deceptive. You know what I'm saying? So you could lie, but no, you told the truth, man. You know, and that's good. You know, and the meaning of morals is having or holding high principles or standards. Okay, and Yahweh willing is being part of that standard. Okay, the election. All right, in which we are the hopeful elect, because we hope and pray that we are a part of that number. Okay, that we hold a higher standard. We're the only ones on this earth that have and hold up to the morals. Okay, is anybody else? They be like, if you don't serve Yahweh Shem Yahshai with truth and sincerity and you're just not like that. You're gonna say you're gonna give in to certain things. You know, I shoot for example, my auntie, she was very religious. You know what I'm saying? Or she is, but she believes in Jesus. So, but which is so ignorantly called Jesus because his real name is Yahweh Shai. Okay, Yahweh Shai. All right, which means he delivers, he saves. Okay, and she allowed her granddaughter, my cousin, used to be my favorite cousin, to transition from from a woman to a man, you know, and didn't say none of it. Even calls her by her new name that she created for herself, which is a retarded new name, you know. But if you got where the morals at, okay? We're holding up the standard. And so that's why I don't associate myself with her no more, because we're not supposed to agree to that, okay? We're supposed to hold integrity, and say, hey, this is wrong, regardless of how they feel about it, or how it makes you feel. Yeah, it may hurt, okay? But we have to do the right thing, and that's not right. That's an abomination to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. A filthy, wicked act. Okay, and if that's an abomination to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that's an abomination to us. Okay, so we're not going to accept that. We're not accepting to all things. It's not a do as thou wilt type of mindset with us. Okay, we do as Yahweh Shem Yahushai says, the statutes, his commandments, all right, what he believes, what he says for how us to be. That's how we are. Okay, and we understand that, and we read it through his word, the scriptures. Okay, period. All right, we're not standing for that. We don't agree with that. That's not right. Right. So if it's wrong, that means hey, we not gonna do it. We not gonna believe in it. We're gonna be against it. Okay. Period. But without further ado, sorry, eye itching. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 12, and verse 24. Only fear the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshai. And we all know fearing the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, okay? It's a treasure unto the Lord, okay? Because we're not going to want to do wrong, all right? We're not going to want to piss Yahweh Shem Yahshai out because we know what can happen to us. We know what his judgment is like, all right? And we don't want to be on the bad end of the stick, okay? And serve him in truth with all your heart. That's right. We have to serve the Lord in truth, with all our heart, okay? With our whole soul, okay? Period. And like I say, it ain't hard, you know. Some people it is. They say, oh, it's harder to be good than it is to be evil. Who said that? Only because we living in an evil, wicked society. But it's really not. It's not that hard, okay? They're deceiving you by making you think that it's harder than what it is. It's really not. It makes you feel good inside your spirit, okay? But these niggas, they just want to be filthy, okay? For consider how great things he hath done for you. The Lord has done such great things for us. Okay, why not serve him in truth with all our heart, okay? He like I said, we have to show gratitude. Just BLDS, we had to be grateful for everything Yahweh Shem Yahshai has done for us in our lives, okay, and then continue doing, okay, and we'll do, how willing until the end, okay. Give us that spirit to endure, all right, through all this stuff that's about to come to pass, all right. And how willing to keep us from the hour of temptation that's going to try us. Okay, but we have to do what? Keep our integrity. Okay? When that time comes. And last but not least, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, and verse 3. The eyes of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. That's right. So the Lord is watching us. He's watching what we do at all times. Okay? So if the Lord is watching, don't we want to do good by the Lord? Okay? Don't he want, we want him to feel like well pleased. Like, uh, well done, my good and faithful servant. Okay? Because he's watching. So if he's watching and you know that, it's best to be on your best behavior at all times, at all costs. Okay? No matter what comes your way. Hold that integrity. Hold that standard. Okay? Hold on to that righteousness. Because in this world, that's all we're going to have. Our faith and our balls. And our balls being integrity. Okay? That's it. And with that, I want to give all honor, praises, glory, and respect to our Heavenly Father and so on began to say Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakadash, Dwai Yahweh Shai, Shai, give me a spirit to this lesson, must give double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone for the mighty work they do, and also mighty shalom to the hopeful elect watching out there. Shalom, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakadash, Barakatam.